turn the volume back on so everybody can hear me, is the hope. So today's just gonna be kind of a test stream. We're gonna just see if everything works, everything's the way it's supposed to be, if you can hear me talking, and if I have things set up and quality and things like that. So I have certain people in the chat helping me for that, which is going to be great. So other than that, though, when it comes more to actually playing Pokemon, we're going to be playing Stall. Everybody's favorite deck of all time. Everybody loves playing against Stall. It's everyone's favorite, and everyone loves playing against it on top of playing the deck. And nobody ever gets mad when you play against them with it. I promise, I 100% assure you, no one gets mad. It's all in good fun. It'll be kind of on the ladder just for funsies. We're going to do our daily quests, which apparently are just choose to use 4 abilities twice. So, I've never seen it do that. But that's what we're doing. And we're going to play Stall. I have the link in the description. I think it's below. I don't know how live streaming works. So we're kind of figuring it out. Ew, Stall. No. Stall's fun. So, that's going to be the plan here. We're going to try to get stuff set up later. Kind of just getting things set up for the stream. I want to, right now I'm in the process of getting the memberships reviewed. So hopefully those will come back here soon and be good to go. I'm on top of trying to get Nightbot stuff to work. Kind of been giving me a bit of a trouble. So we're going to try to get that to work later as well. On top of just kind of learning as we go. We're going to learn as we go, and that's what it'll be, and it'll be fun. But let's get into some gameplay here, and kind of going from there and see what we can win against or lose against potentially. We might play some Iron Thorns later as well. Not too sure. We're going to have to see what the future has in store for us potentially. Maybe towards the end of the stream, we'll kind of just mess around with some other random stuff. Maybe play some goofy, wacky decks or something and go that route. I don't want to go first. I want to go second. I really want to play a supporter. I want to play Arven as quickly as possible and find pieces as fast as I possibly can. We'll start with our Mimikyu here. In the active spot, I want to start with Mimikyu. What am I? Dragapult, probably? That's my guess. It's going to be the Dragapult here. Yeah, bench that thing. They start with a Rotom. I mean, that's kind of huge for us, right? Because then we can just trap it. Kind of huge. Kind of huge. If they start with, like, Dreepy, it feels bad. But if they start with anything, like, that isn't Dreepy or something they can attack with, it doesn't feel too bad. We'll know what we're playing against once this Buddy Poffin hits. Yeah. Okay, so we're playing against Dragapult. If it has Dusknoir, if they have Dusknoir, it gets really hard. If they don't have Dusknoir, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. I also want to turn on some, like, lo-fi beats. I feel like that'll be pretty enjoyable. So let me get that turned on. I feel like that'll kind of ease up the mood a little bit. If I can get it turned on. After we take our turn, we will Arven here. We're going to go with this Forest Seal Stone. And I don't really need anything. Because I can Nest Ball for a second Snorlax. So it's kind of huge. So we'll bench this. Attach here. We'll Nest Ball for this Snorlax. And then we're going to try to hit 2 accompanying flutes. Because if we can, like, stick a Pheasantipity or something that's kind of big, we whiff twice, which feels kind of bad. I don't want to play the Temple yet, and I don't want this either. The only way this feels bad is if they go Rescue Board Retreat. If they go Rescue Board Retreat into the Dreepy, Rare Candy, Evolve, Sparkling Crystal, plus Attach Return, then they KO our Rotom. They don't have all those pieces. It's fine. They don't have all those. Gotta make sure I find good stuff that's like free to use so I don't get flagged for anything. So here's where we'll go. We'll go here, we'll go... Oh, our earthen vessel, get some things going. It's really quiet. Okay, we will turn it up. It's all about the test stream. It's all about the figuring it out, right? Like that's kind of the, it's kind of the goal today. Goals, figure everything out, figure out what works, what doesn't work, what I want to change, on top of making people have tons of fun when they're playing against Snorlax Stall, because everybody loves playing against Snorlax Stall. It's everyone's favorite deck, and no one will deny me that fact. We could also go, like, if I can Penny pick this up, or, like, Switch Cart is probably fine. I guess Giacomo is what we get, though. Kind of dead card in this matchup, unfortunately. I guess I can also just force Sealstone for it. Like, I can force Sealstone for the Switch card, but I kind of want Penny, though. But I also want to save that. So we're going to go with this. We'll Bravery Charm. We will switch cards into this. Unfortunately, the Charm on Snorlax just feels bad because they still KO anyway. Because they just hit for 200 with Phantom Dive. So it doesn't matter. And it doesn't feel as good. I don't know. I feel like this matchup's kind of tough. It's a lot of like, can you get there? Can you get something to stick in the active after a long period of time? And if you can't, you can get punished really quickly. But thankfully, I mean, they're playing the Dusknoir package, which definitely is not ideal. It definitely makes our life harder with the Dusknoir package, I think. And they can still just keep drawing cards with, like, Recon Directive, plus their instant charge on their Rotom, which feels kind of bad. So we'll see. I want to make sure that I credit the music in somewhere, though, because I don't want to get flagged for anything. Actually, we might just use this one. There we go. Cool. I don't know why they put the Forest Sealstone on there. I guess they Thornton and switched it out, but okay, I missed the play. So they put the Forest Sealstone on the Rotom, used it, then Thornton switched it out to the Duskull so they can go Curse Blast in a future turn. Pretty big brain. Pretty big brain, actually. I just don't know what the move is quite yet. It might be like Erika's invitation. The music is still quiet. Okay. I think we're going to Erika's invitation, though. And we're going to see if there's anything in their hand that we can just stick. I mean, that works, I guess. We also have to look at your hand. So you can just Arven find rare candy. You have Dragapult's next turn, too, which doesn't feel good. Alright. Then Hero's Cape here. Yeah. I feel like Hero Cape here is fine. And then Instant Charge. Okay. Slightly louder. Done. I will say I am worried about like flagging copyright stuff. So I'm just kind of curious to see like what other live stream people use for YouTube and kind of go from there. This might just sound weird at first because there's going to be someone else talking. But I had to put it on so I can see. Cool. I just got to tag them real quick. Give me just a minute. I apologize for the ping pong back and forth. I want to make sure I'm putting the music where the music is. And... there. Music is now tagged for Glitch City. Perfect. Put a Pokemon in the active spot. They can kind of just find pieces which feel bad. And they played boss. Okay. Put that there. Because now we're behind on prizes, which kind of works in our favor. So we might be able to... try to get ahead. We'll bench a second Mimikyu. We'll attach Bravery Charm to this. I'm going to Penny... pick up this Snorlax. Put up this Mimikyu. We'll lose this one, which will feel kind of bad. But I think it'll work in the long run. Because then... I don't want to bench on a Rotom because I can just go boss again, which feels bad. We also know their A-Spec Sparkling Crystal, which works for us. So we'll see. They also can do this really cool play where they can like move damage counters to this. Rare Candy Dusknoir KO here in the active, and then Phantom Dive. Force me to promote this Mimikyu. Phantom Dive and put 6 on this Snorlax. Which would be kind of huge. I feel like this matchup isn't great. Every time I've played this matchup, it feels kind of like, can I get something to stick that you don't want there? Can I make that happen? If not, I lose most times. So, we'll see. Yeah. We're taking prizes with Snorlax Stall. Counter catcher's kind of huge, though. Forced me to put this up, though, which feels bad. We can try to trap this. Like, we can try to stick this in the active, I guess. How many energies do you have? 1, 2... Okay, so you've played 4? So, I mean, that doesn't feel terrible. You know, you have things going. Is the camera quality look decent? That's kind of one thing I've been trying to check on. With the test stream, making sure things look the way it's supposed to look. Oh, yeah. Let me turn that up there. There we go. It's fine. A little fuzzier than usual vids. I think it's because they're rendered, but also maybe like the latency thing too. I don't really even know how to check that, to be honest. As long as it's not like super fuzzy, then we're probably okay. Okay, so we have that there. This doesn't feel great. Bench this. Put the fan here. I mean, I kind of want the second. I kind of want my other handheld fan and put it on this Mimikyu, so we can move energies off this Dreepy, which would be kind of nice. But I don't know if that's doable. And if they just have Psychic Energy, then they KO this. Anyway? So I Bravery Charm maybe? And hope you don't have Rare Candy Duster in your hand. And then yeah. Here. That's kind of big. So we pitch those. That puts you to what, 2 rare candy in your discard pile? Yeah, okay. Counter catcher. Pull this. And pass turn. I think that's fine. I think that's an okay play. It feels pretty fine. Okay, so that's not too fuzzy. I checked the picture. I just wanted to see. It's not super fuzzy. It's not super fuzzy. I think it's also might have something to do with the fact that like what latency I might be on. And I actually might be able to even to like change that. I don't know though. Like I don't know how that works. That might be like a OBS thing that I can mess with. But I'll be able to mess with it regardless, nonetheless, which will be nice. It doesn't say it's terrible. This game's going on a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah, Curse Blast. So you're taking 2. You're gonna force me to put the Snorlax with Hero's Cape into play. Or I give you the knockout. Try to chase your 2 rare candies and move this energy, which would be kind of big. No, I have to give you this. I can't let you take more prize cards. Because if I can, like, Penny pick this up, it's fine, too. We're in this weird spot where we can't, like, bench a Rotom. And if we would have, maybe we should have, actually. Iono might help us, if anything. Because Iono might actually put us into the cards we might want. Not exactly. Never mind. Well... Actually, no, because we can, like, go Counter Catcher, right? We can, like, Counter Catcher, pull up this or something. And go that route. Eri's kind of fine. We're just going to play this. Okay, Eri, Counter Catcher, Penny, Temple does not feel great. We'll go here. We'll just grab this. And then we'll go Arven for this Counter Catcher and a handheld fan. Counter Catcher. Pull up this. Attach the fan. Pass. So they're going to be able to Recon Directive. Still, like, dig through their deck, which is going to feel not great. But, however... And they can Painful Spoons and take the knockout on the active, which isn't ideal for us either. However, they still won't be able to retreat regardless, which is going to be nice. They're not going to be able to retreat anyway. It's not going to change anything, which is kind of big. They will be able to use the Mind Ruler attack, though, which is definitely not ideal for us. Team Yo's Cheer, we put back, like, Penny, Misfortune, maybe Erika's Invitation. Because they probably play Pheasantipity in the deck. But I feel like Eri-ing one card feels awful. So I think that's the move. We can also put Mimikyu's back in, too. But I know I definitely want this Penny. I don't even know if Misfortune Sisters is worth it. I feel like Erika's Invitation might just be better and just try to chase something else that we can just trap. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll go... Yeah. And then next turn, I can Eri. I also don't know why they're not Painful Spoons. Like, that's definitely what you should do. You should just move 10 from the bench Snorlax to the active. I don't know why not. I don't see what they lose by not doing that. You guys should take extra prizes. Yeah, okay, there we go. Cool. So then you move that there. Boom. Take a knockout. Force me to put this Snorlax in the active spot. Ultra Cloak. Dig for more cards. What all do you have? You've already played Thornton for the early play. And we can't, like, put down a Mimikyu and try to block any damage, because then you can just retreat with Raiden Alakazam anyway, which feels bad. Crispin's also not great, because now you can just put energy on your Raiden Alakazam. And you're gonna hit for what, 40? Because I have 2 trainers in my hand. But you're getting more cards in your hand, so I'll be able to Eri, hopefully, and try to chase down something. I don't want any more Dusknoir plays either. And we want to try to keep our hand low if we can. So that might be the move. We can also Penny. I feel like you gain nothing from this, though. Well, no. Okay, here's what we do. We wait to Penny, because if they bench a Duskull, then we Penny pick that up. So I think I go here first. Okay, Ultra Ball, know what you have in your hand. So energy, we're gonna get attacked next turn. You have another Dragapult, but you probably want to evolve it. Erika's was huge though, if we can find Erika's invitation, because we know they have Manaphy in hand, and we can just trap that in the active. And then I think if we can trap something like that in the active spot, we have it, because they can't attack with Manaphy, so it's like kind of works out from there. So we'll have to see if we can find Erika's, or like Pokégear find Erika's is also fine. Playing this matchup is tough. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I still, like, why aren't you attaching? I think that's so crazy to me. I feel like not doing it. I mean, I do want to put Team Yellow's Cheers back in the deck. And I don't want any more trainers in my hand for Mind Rulers, so I feel like this is what we do. And then I guess maybe Misfortune Sisters is fine. We could have even just put only one in. It also would have worked. I want to hold on to this Penny so bad. Yeah, there's not really a reason to play Penny right now. I think the only way it becomes a problem is, like I said, if they bench the Duskull, then it becomes a problem. If they don't bench Duskull, it doesn't pose a threat to anything. Sure. This is also kind of where it gets weird, because I guess now you can like start moving damage counters from this to Mind Ruler. I feel like just waiting is fine. I feel like they can't gain much of anything. Turo also kind of just wins them the game if they have Turo, but that wins them the game regardless if they have Turo. But also, if they can move all the damage counters and waste their turn doing that, then we can just like Penny pick up this and it's fine. Doesn't matter. If they're attacking, then this matters. You're like forcing a Penny out of my hand. But since you're not, it doesn't. Each card in your opponent's hand, so you're hitting 2, 4, 6, 8. I think this is fine here too. Definitely interesting seeing how other players think through a matchup and play as someone just getting into the game. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I can like help out too, especially like there's some crazy lines you can make in a lot of decks too. Like there's a lot of like crazy things moving around that you can do. This also isn't the best matchup for Stall either, so this is kind of like me kind of having to think way outside the box. Honestly, I really want them to attach to this right now like Kazam. Attack for Mind Ruler, and then I can Penny and pick up the active. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we move this. Sure, here's fine. It doesn't matter where I move it. Because now I move energy, plus we get rid of the damage here. Bench this, attach, pass. So energies, you have a fire left in the deck probably, because most of these lists play 6. 6 energy, 3 fire, 3 psychic. So you have 2... You have 1 fire left? Maybe we get there? I have no idea. Also, I noticed this. They changed the time clock in the like gameplay mode. Now you only have 20 minutes per side, which I kind of like, because it forces my opponents to play faster as someone who's been playing a lot of control decks anyway. Kind of been enjoying that. I think Misfortune Sisters is fine. If he had energy, he would have attached it probably. Yeah. Briar, we don't care about that. Luminion's kind of not good, though. 2 Arvens, whatever. Now we're just trying to discard items. We can hit him with 0-6 here soon. We want to hold on to it for as long as we can to try to discard as many cards as possible to make their Iono play not as effective is kind of the plan. I also love as someone who's like playing control decks, like I'm the stall player and I have more time left than my opponent does. Giacomo's not ideal. Mind Ruler hits hard, so we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But we have no Duskulls left. Yeah, Xerosic feels fine. Xerosic feels fine. You're discarding 4 cards. Force you to discard stuff. Force you to make decisions. You're not Recon and Directive anymore because you're kind of low on things. So I'm not sure what his out is, or their out is. I'm not really sure anymore. I would imagine... Okay, so Fez kind of feels bad. The Manaphy feels bad. But so now we've full committed to this play. And we've full committed to this play, and we've full committed to keeping our hand as low as possible so Mind Ruler doesn't hit as hard. And hoping they don't play Turo. That's where we're at. We need that to happen. So we'll see. Pass. Don't care about the Ogerpon. But what I do care about, however, is Cyllene. It doesn't matter if it's hit heads or tails. We're kind of just playing it to get it out of the hand for the most part. Don't bench the Ogerpon because they can just boss it up and retreat, which feels you don't want that either. We're playing this to keep our hand low. If they play like a stadium, that's kind of huge because then we can put this stadium out too. Giacomo's a dead card in this matchup, and we can play a dead Penny if we have to, I guess, to kind of stay so we don't take a bunch of damage. The Pidgeot also doesn't matter. It's also fine drawing these cards too. Like these are like dead cards for me right now in the matchup, so like this doesn't matter to draw these either. If we draw these, this is also fine. Mind Ruler hits for cards in hand, though. So we have to keep aware of that. So Vanishing Wings, put that there. Penny, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to thin cards out of the hand at this point. We got to be aware of the Mind Ruler, because that's definitely the play they're trying to commit to. They're trying to force us to have a big hand size. Attach. Take the knockout on Snorlax. And since we don't have any more Bravery Charms or Heroes Capes, I have to keep my hand size low. Well, I guess I have one Bravery Charm, but it doesn't matter because I still have to keep it low regardless. So let's see. Flute, sure. Those are the cards you got left. You got it. How many pennies do I have left? I have one's in my prize. I know that. So this is the only penny I have left in my hand. The one I have in my hand is the only one I left in deck. So this is where like Chi-Yu gets really big in the matchup too, because like if I can like Chi-Yu and just jealousy Singe Milyu to like the last 2 cards to win the game, it's kind of big, but it's also a liability sometimes. I also feel like an Iono late turn coming. Yeah, this works. Let's see what else you have in your hand. This Lumineon V does wonders. Okay, so you do have Iono in your hand. Okay, so now I think we just have it won. They don't have Turos in the deck. Yeah, so we had this game locked. They don't play Turos. They only have Iono. They have nothing else they can do. They can't retreat out of this Lumineon. So we got them locked. We got them win. Sure. It changes nothing. It's you're denying the inevitable. It changes nothing. I guess maybe they're trying to force me to misplay, maybe. Which I mean, hey, there's a possibility. This is funny to me. The 150. Show all the control players in the world that it's not us. We will Nest Ball. Have this. I want to be able to mill them faster, so we're just gonna play cards. Just can't bench any Pokemon. We don't bench any Pokemon, we win. Yeah, 150. Yeah. So it is what it is. The not control stall player doesn't take the entire time. It's also fine. It changes nothing really. We're just trying to mill as many cards as we can. So they have no more items, so we just draw pass a bunch of times. Draw pass, or they concede, whichever works. It's fine. We got them regardless. We'll take the dubs when they're there. Okay. Sure. This is definitely GG's. It's definitely GG's, but I'm not scooping. I'm not scooping. No. I'm taking my dub with me. I mean, either A, they lose by me decking them out, or B, or they concede, also an option, or third option, they lose because of the timer that says 55 seconds on it, so they lose for that reason. Totally fine regardless. Like, it changes nothing. A win for Stall. Yes, a win for Stall. This is the deck I've been playing a lot lately. This is like my go-to competitive deck. Dragapult, you got it. You pass. Arven, you got it. I wonder if maybe they're actually doing this on purpose to like run out of time. To be like, I lost because I ran out of time. Like, that's why I didn't win. I mean, I could be wrong. I have no idea, but it's a possibility. Pass turn. BlockLax for the W. That's it. That's it. BlockLax for the win. I also just curious, like, what happens when it hits 0? Like, do they get to finish their current turn? No. It auto forces them to concede. Huh. Today I learned. I don't know. Today I learned. Cool. I'll take it. We take the dubs. All the tiers, please. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to open all my things. My one pack. There is another deck that is competitive, I think, that I want to try. Lost Box with Pikachu EX. I think Pikachu EX and Lost Box looks like tons of fun. I think it looks like a blast. So we'll see. Run it back on the ladder. Running it back. Stall 1. Drag 0. Dragapult not getting there. Tails always, every time, all the time, non-stop. No, I don't want to go first. I want to play Arven, please. I want to play Arven. We get to play Arven. The $300 Pikachu. I mean, that one copy is $300, yeah. But there's like a $20 copy probably. Which I did end up pulling. I did pull. I pulled one of those. In physical card form. So, hey, it's in this binder. Right here. So that does exist. I don't like Duskulls. Duskulls make Stall difficult. It makes it hard to win when they have Duskulls and Dusknors. I guess we can hope for like max rarity. I never play max rarity. Fun fact for everybody. I don't play max rarity in any physical card form. The cheaper the better. Also, free dubs. Opponent concedes because they don't want to play against Stall. We take those two. Binder reveal when? Well, the problem is also is like some of my cards aren't in a binder. I mean, like all these boxes here are just bulk cards or like trainers or whatever. And then, you know, decks in the bag. These are actually empty. They don't have anything in them. I have a bundle box with like a bunch of random V's and stuff. And then the binder's full of everything else, like all the big playables. So that's what that's full of. But I mean, I've had cool cards. Like, I pulled the Greninja Alt-Art EX or whatever and just, like, automatically was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need it. It's fine. We don't need the card. We'll just flip it and do whatever. So, Stall 2, everyone else 0. Yep. Yep. That's the goal. That's the goals. Want to go for it? No. I've gotten to pick every coin flip, which is kind of huge because I don't normally get to pick coin flips. So I'll take it. The Greninja, yeah, it's gone. It's long gone. Start with Mimikyu. You never want to start with Pidgeot. That's for sure. Pidgeot V in the active is the worst thing to start with. Man, I know I said it just a little bit ago, but I love the fact that like the like timers are down to 20 minutes now. Because there's been a couple times when playing in like online tournaments that my opponent definitely grinds the clock more than need to. Never really resulted in anything bad per se. Like it resulted as the game would have intended regardless. Just took longer than need be, I feel like. Also, there's no way we're not playing against Ceruledge, right? I mean, I guess it could be like Charizard or whatever, but I want it to be Ceruledge. It's Ceruledge. I don't know how to play this matchup, so we'll see. I feel like it's trap the Greninja and hope. I'm kind of guessing, but I mean, well, if they don't play Water Energy, then Mimikyu's kind of big, right? Because like I force you to like Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, we'll just start with this. Okay. I mean, that feels not good either. We'll, yeah, we'll Nest Ball. We don't... No. This is the play. Force you to attack with Charcadets, I feel like is kind of big. Pokégear. I guess Eri or Eri is the choice we pulled. We got 2. Playing that's bad. Yeah, just pass. I feel like this might be the play. I don't know. I've never played against a Ceruledge deck. I've only seen like a video of like Little Dark Fury playing the deck, and like that's it. I just know they're trying to just hit for big energies. I mean, if they play Canceling Clone, then we're cooked, right? Like that's kind of the downside. If I play Canceling Clone, we just lose. So we'll see. Research more cards. Yep. You haven't Pokestopped either. Interesting. Oh, that's, yeah, the blender. Yep, we're gonna play the blender. We're gonna discard 5 energies. That's the goal. Unless Ceruledge, does Ceruledge, why would you discard Jet? I don't know if that was the choice I'd have made. I mean, maybe you're out of fire energy, I guess? Okay, you're not out of fire energy. Well, I guess it's in your hand. I don't know. We'll find out if you are now, though. Discard this Screamtail. This is cooking. What is that? Sure. And you found 2 fire energies. See, why would you discard the Jets? I feel like the Jets are actually huge in this matchup, right? Like, they're huge. Also, I don't want you Pokestopping. And I want to look at your hand. Yeah, discard these. You got a Jet, Carmine, 2 fire. Okay, cool. Does Ceruledge EX have an ability? I don't think it does. Because if it does, then I can just Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon them. Like I can just use that to the win. Like how you do the Charizard matchup, basically. Like, that's how you win the Charizard matchup. At least most of the time, that's what I go for, is just shove the Ogerpon in the front and be like, hey, everything you have has an ability, so figure it out. This person's discarding their whole deck. Which, like, I'm fine. Like, that, I mean, that helps me out, if anything, so, like, I'm not too stressed about it, but definitely not the move I would do. Perfect. Quick, now I need to look up if Snorlax has an ability. I didn't want to do it while I was playing because I felt like that's cheating. Snorlax EX. I just want to know. Does it have an ability? It does not. Okay, yeah, because it has the Abysmal Flames attack first. That's right. I'm thinking of... Maybe you're thinking of Armarouge EX from, like, an older set that has an ability? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of? I don't... Maybe. I could also just be losing my marbles. Definitely is a possibility. Quick, emote idea. Losing marbles. That's the, like... Just like Pikachu's head. Just... Which also... I had said in the beginning of the stream, but I would love to say it again now. I'm in the works of getting the membership ready. I have submitted it. It's only a 99-cent membership fee, so $1 USD, of course, obviously. Comes with a couple emotes. Right now, I think I have 4 on there. One more is going to get updated eventually, and I would like to add like a 5th or something at some point in time. I want to go 2nd. Right now, it's in the process of getting approved and reviewed. It takes like 24 to 48 hours, it said. There's like an old one that's on there. It's like Silver Wing for $3. Please do not buy that. Do not do that. There's no perks on there at all. Do not waste your money on $3. Do not do that. Another dub? Yes. Another dub. We're racking them in. I think our like what, 4-0 now or 3-0? I don't know. I'm losing track. So, and my great moderator is now telling me that it is still $3. So please don't do that. Because it actually, it's, I don't understand why it says it, but it says that if somebody were to purchase it, it doesn't give you anything because it's canceled technically. So you wouldn't gain anything to my knowledge. I don't know. So I'm just wanting to tell everybody that while I'm like live, and if people, you know, if anyone reviews it or anything later on, don't do anything. Never mind. I've been told it needs proof. So I guess you couldn't do it anyway. Great. We're learning together. This live stream thing is new to me. I used to stream on Twitch. Fun backstory. Also, this match is going to get hard real fast. Petron EX is going to make this hard. This might be the first L here. I think we're stall 4, everyone else 0. That's what I should do. I should add a text box. Stall 4, everyone else 0. We're working on it. Text box coming up. Text box coming up. Second Mimikyu. Sure. We're gonna go Arven. I think I need Rotom. I don't like giving up 2 prizes is fine, probably. Attach this here. If it gets knocked out though, it feels bad. So we're gonna start Alchemy. It doesn't matter what we grab as long as we get to use it. I feel like now is important. We already have Arven's. I guess just getting more set up is also fine. Nest Ball. Wait. Okay, never mind. It doesn't have that. So grab a Lax and a Winston Charge. You want a nice text box? I don't know how fast I can whip up a nice one. I don't even know how to do it. I'm kind of just winging this on the fly. Select font. What cool font do we want? Let me know, chat. Chat, what cool font we want for the win-loss record for the stream? What are we thinking here? We can go. I can't even pronounce half these. We got Constantia. I don't know. All right, goodbye, my poor Mimikyu. You've done well, soldier. The Petron makes this hard. Well, I could Wellspring Ogerpon here, right? We could Wellspring Ogerpon? Or not Wellspring, Cornerstone? Okay, we're gonna put this up, and we're just gonna feed it to him. It's fine. That's big. This is also kind of huge. Arven. Nest Ball will go... Ooh, handheld fan, actually? Yes. Nest Ball. Grab a Lax. Probably should have grabbed the Cornerstone, but I have a different plan that I cooked up in the last 2 seconds. So we're going to Charm here. We'll handheld fan here. So here's the plan. Counter Catcher. Doesn't matter what I pull up. I want this to become poisoned and then force them to have to make a weird decision later, potentially. And I don't mind giving up the Mimikyu prize card. Like, it's fine. Mimikyu's not going to win in this matchup, I don't think, anyway. This might win us in this matchup, unless they start attacking with this Okidogi, then it gets tough. Or we got Cosmic Sands, Papa Rust, Times New Roman, Wingdings. What the heck is Wingdings? Wingdings. That's a font? What? That's crazy. That's a font. That's unreal. I don't know if I want Wingdings. Also, the size is obnoxious. It's like ridiculous. Oh, it's just a bunch of symbols. Now that I've zoomed out and actually looked at it, we're not doing Wingdings. That is not happening. Okay. We can Penny. Pick up this. Put the Snorlax in play. And move an energy. I feel like that feels fine. And I do want this. And I want this on this. Here we'll go with another Lax. And eventually, too, I want to Penny and pick up my Rotom because I don't want it on the bench as a liability. All right. Back to... I feel like this looks cool. Text. We are 4-0. Slide that down here and make it bigger. Ooh, never mind. It looks awful. Oh, sorry. Different font. Different font. Why does all this font look awful? It's all like fuzzy. It looks kind of... This is fine. Why is it so blurry? That's what I'm also trying to figure out. I also didn't realize you guys can see this live, so that's kind of entertaining. Flute. I think we just actually get cooked this game. Because this card just cooks Stall regardless. Because they're just gonna like force a bunch of weird stalls. We'll go Arven. Okay. Ridiculous weird play. We're gonna put this up and either force them to attack with Okidogi or not. Wingding's still on the table. Wingdings is not on the table. It didn't change it to red either. Oh, that's the background color. Unreal. That looks awful. Sad days for Wingdings. Wingdings is never going to be on the table. I'm so sorry. Stall 1, Wingding 0. That's true. We might... I don't want to concede this because we like kind of sort of have a weird chance because they can like... Because they can... They can eventually knock themselves out on the Petra run. So it's kind of like... Okay... Gardevoir EX. I'm not a good Gardevoir player. I have a couple friends that are pretty good at Gardy. Gardy's not a deck that I've been very successful with in my time. Here's what we'll do. We'll pick this up. I don't mind giving up this prize. Bench here. Attach the hero's cape. And pass. Okay, back to this. I wonder if it looks so... Huh. You'll have to fix that later. Not too worried about the text now. I'll have to figure that out off stream or something. Back to cooking. Cooking the kitchen. I could Eri here. I feel like Eri just feels so bad. Yeah. Okay, so that's what you have. Gardy likes to play hard to get. Hey, Gardevoir is one of the coolest Pokemon out there. I'm all for it. Women empowerment. I'm here for that. Okay. Back to the plan. Put up the Ogerpon. Force them to poison it for far too long. And then just Penny pick up loop over and over again. That's the play. That's the move. That's the play. What does that card do? Choose a 2 dark Pokemon for each of those Pokemon. Search deck for basic dark energy. Touch that Pokemon. Touch. Ooh. It's not poisoned. We like that. Wait. Yeah, not our Pokemon. We don't care. Great. The Ogie Dogie also posted this really big threat. Like, it just hits for 260, which becomes a really big problem, and I think they see that. So, it... yeah. Because then, like, now... the Mimikyu loop gets better. It's... I don't know. I feel like we're just kind of at a loss on this one. Their bench is full. They got the Petra Runt. I'm gonna bench the Mimikyu. I'm gonna leave this here. I want this to get knocked out or like this or something. Pokégear. Yes. Penny, please. If they have another Dark Energy, then they KO this. So here's the play. Here's the move. We're going to pull this, pick this up, throw up this Lax, attach the cape, bench the Ogerpon, attach the charm to the Ogerpon, and pass. And the reason we're not instant charging is because I don't want to draw more cards. I don't need anything in particular right now except maybe pennies, but my opponent has used very little resources, and we have used a lot to even get somewhat in this game. I also feel like this matchup's just almost unwinnable. That goes for any time you're playing Stall into specifically Petcharunt EX. That's what it gets so hard. Like, specifically Petcharunt EX makes it so difficult. It makes it so hard to win, I swear. Okay, so you just got another Petcharunt. See, maybe our Sword Chiyu gets better, but then they just knock it out, so it doesn't even matter. Because, like, I can mill cards, but it's like, I don't know. It's tough. I've been back and forth on, like, adding Chiyu or, like, a Comfey, like, to mill or something in the deck for quite some time. And it just never feels right. Yeah, we'll pass. The Snorlax gets KO'd next turn, though, which feels bad. But here's what we do. We throw up the Mimikyu, boss up the Okidogi, then we can force it to retreat, right? But then we still run into the problem of, like, poison counters and this happening. So I don't really know how to, like, win this matchup. And we also run into a problem too if they just go like boss, put this up, and then we just lose this. So we actually probably need to find Penny, like, ASAP. I didn't want to use these Pal Pads, but I feel like I have to because I need pennies. What did I used 4 of? Oh, Nest Balls, that's fine. I just want to look at your hand. Okay, so you have, like, nothing cooking in there. Pass. I also could just be instant charging anyway, because I have Pidgeot, but, like, it doesn't matter that much, I don't think. They're also doing this thing where they're not wanting to give us prizes, so they're letting their Petcharunts get knocked out by a bunch of stuff. Like, they're not letting them get knocked out, right? So, like, 60, 60, this will be, like, 50, 60 here soon. So, like, they're not wanting it to get knocked out, so by that, they're just kind of forcing a bunch of, like, weird plays. Ugh, I need Penny. Because now we lose Mimikyu. And Hero's Cape. More importantly, we lose Hero's Cape. Okay. Here's the plan. Cyllene. Great. It's not what I wanted. We wanted that to hit heads at least. We'll bench this. It's fine. Yeah. I think we actually just lose. Because this is going to get knocked out next turn. This is going to go to 70. We need Night Stretcher to counteract this Okidogi, I think. They're just going to attack. Punch for 10. Ooh, Dark Patch. That's not good. Because then they can just go boss, right? I think we're just cooked, chat. We had like a sliver of chance of hope, but I think now we're literally just cooked. We'll throw this up here. No. This is not what I want. Oh. Not this card, though. Attach the Bravery Charm. We will go Counter Catcher. Pull up this thing. Because I don't know if it matters too much. And then Teamio's Cheer. Believe it or not, I want both those Mimikyus in this Penny. Because Teamio's Cheer let you put Pokemon back in the deck. It does let you do that. So, this play... I actually feel like attaching maybe Bravery Charm was a misplay. Yeah, I think it's misplay. Subject getting changed. Pull this up. Boss, KO this. Show me game. Nope, not game. Maybe game? Not game. Okay. We have in out. Also, I love how we get Night Stretcher now that it doesn't matter. Now that I put both Mimikyus back in the deck. I misplayed? Yeah, I think I misplayed. But I mean, this Petron also just makes it hard. Yo, chat, we have a chance. It's huge. All right, pick this up. Put this here. Attach. Pal Pad. Put Team Yellow's Cheer and Penny back in the deck. And we're out of Pal Pads. Right? No, we have one more left. No, we're chilling. Pass. Okay. Force him to retreat. Boss. Pull the Okie Dokie back up. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Alright, so we're 4-1. We're 4-1. We'll take it. It's fine. 4-1. Not a big deal. It's okay. Probably should have scooped that game, but like, we kind of sort of had a chance, I feel like. And we didn't decrease either, so that's kind of huge. All right. We're going to play one more, but we're going to play it with Thorns because I said in the title, Thorns and Stall gameplay. So, we're going to do a game with Thorns, and then I'll probably end up here after this game. I think it was a great first stream, though. I got a lot of testing stuff done. I got a lot of, like, be able to talk with you guys, which was kind of huge. That was pretty important. And got to be able to, like, just test different sound qualities and camera stuff. And talk about membership things, which is kind of important. And hopefully here soon I'll have, like, Nightbot stuff set up. I thought I had it set up before the stream had started. I do want to go first with Thorns. I thought I had it set up beforehand, but it's not working, and I don't really know how to test it, like, outside of streaming, so I don't know. I don't know how to, like, test Nightbot and see if it works unless you're streaming, because it lets you do it in Twitch without streaming, but in YouTube it doesn't, I guess. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. Also, we're about to get cooked. Cloth just gets hosed, or sorry, Thorns gets hosed by Cloth, or it just feels awful. It just feels bad. I don't understand Stall. How does it even win? I just joined the stream 10 minutes ago. So you're basically trying to lock your opponent out of the game. And what I mean by that is you're trying really hard to force your opponent to not be able to retreat or do anything else, right? So like blocking damage with Mimikyu with its ability Safeguard, blocking damage with Ogerpon from Pokemon that have an ability. Snorlax says you can't retreat, so basically like the Manaphy that people play in decks, or the Barrel for a Draw Engine, or Rotom, or Lumineon, like those kind of liability Pokemon, Stall really focuses on those and tries to pull them up to the active and make it so you can't retreat out of them to attack to take your prize cards. And then we play cards like Eri, Misfortune Sisters, and then kind of loop them back in the deck over and over again to discard all your items to either A, you concede because you can't play the game anymore, or B, you end up decking yourself ultimately, and that's kind of how the deck operates. Very similar to like things like Pidgeot Control and a couple other decks as well. But that's usually like kind of how the main win conditions go. It's like those like two things. Mostly the like locking out of the game and stuff like that. We actually might play a second game after this because Thorns gets cooked by Cloth. It's kind of like almost unwinnable. I don't think I've ever won this matchup, and I've played a lot of Iron Thorns. I played it to Louisville Regionals, and I didn't play against Cloth there, but my opponent next to me was playing Iron Thorns, and they played against Cloth, and they just lost, like just 2-0 cooked clean. It's kind of tough. We're gonna boss. We're gonna pull up this. I think the way you win this matchup is you just get really control-y when you're playing Thorns into Cloth. I think that's the only out you have, really. And while this is happening, I am going to try to add Nightbot stuff and things like that. Because the goal of this stream was to, A, be able to chit chat with you guys if any of you guys jumped in, which, once again, I appreciate all you guys being here, hanging out, chilling with us, but also just test everything, make sure this works, because for those that don't know, this is going to become a more regular thing. You know, a 2, 3, 4 hour stream once or twice a week, maybe 3 times. We'll have to see what the schedule kind of looks like here. But that's going to become the more normal. We're going to try to stream more often, do live streams. If I'm playing in tournaments or stuff, do that. That's going to be kind of more the goal going forward. So definitely excited for that. I actually kind of want Arven. That's going to be the goal going forward, is things like that. The reason I grab Arven is because I want to go Earthen Vessel into Turbo Energize.
Today I'm going to be...
No one's going to be hearing my video that I'm trying to watch. So I can learn how to set this up. Because I want you guys to be able to, like, type in, you know, exclamation point like Twitter and have the Twitter link pop up, or exclamation point Discord and have my, you know, my Discord server pop up. I want that stuff to be able to pop up so it's easy for you guys to be able to access them very quickly. And I find that very important because I really want the access for you guys to be able to find them efficiently and effectively is going to be really important, because like I said, I want you guys to be able to find that stuff and be able to be a part of the community and things. So I want to try to get it set up the best of my ability. We're gonna get cooked here with this. This feels kind of bad. And that's 1 energy. Yeah, we're cooked, right? Turbo Energize is off the table. We can find Enhanced Hammer off of this, Arven. But let's try Crushing Hammer first. Oof. All right. Arven. We're gonna go Enhanced Hammer plus this, I guess. And pass turn. That's where I did it incorrectly. I figured it out already, chat. Would you look at that? Can you believe it? I already figured out how I messed up Nightbot and why it's not working. I'm pretty sure this is why. So, let's give it a test drive. I would like to log into my YouTube, please. And I would like to get cooked. Wait. Do you just find energy with this item? Okay, never mind. You don't. Cool. All right. We are going to now open this. I also appreciate everyone being like super patient with me trying to learn the Twitch streaming stuff. We're trying to figure it all out. Got my moderator in here already hitting the exclamation point stuff, trying to get everything rolling there. So we're gonna have those are the links that we're trying to get to work. Those are the goals here. So community. And then Twitch. There is a Twitch one, but we're not going to use that because we're going to be more streaming on YouTube. I don't know. Those things, yes. Also, we got cooked, unfortunately. Which I kind of knew was going to happen. I had a hunch. We'll run it back one more time. Yeah, Iron Thorns into... Iron Thorns into Cloth is just like almost unwinnable. It's just, it's so bad. It's not good. It's hard to win that one. It's definitely tough. I might have to figure out a different... Too bad I was hoping to get some crab soup. Me too. Me too. Actually just had seafood the other day with my mom and my significant other and my sister and her boyfriend. We all went out to Red Lobster for dinner. It was just a good time. It was a good time. Got to eat some food. I didn't get crab though. My significant other, she had gotten crab. My girlfriend got crab. And I think I had some. I don't remember. But I got shrimp Alfredo, and it was pretty good. Nightbot will only join streams that are live and not listed or private. Interesting. See, that's weird to me. If it's not a moderator, you need to be... Gotcha. What if I told you guys I might have been logging into the wrong thing the entire time? I was clicking on the wrong Gmail. Oh man, that's solid. Hold on. Hold up. This might work now. Alright. I'm gonna try it. It's just so I look funny. It didn't work. Alright, maybe I did mess it up. I don't know. Lamau. Oh, it's because I have no custom ones in there. Alright, hold on. I gotta add him. Okay, exclamation point lurk. Enjoy your lurking. Okay. We are gonna see if this works now. What is happening? This is entertaining. My opponent's taking an entire million-year turn, and I'm here for it. We're gonna get this to work one of these days. I'm committed, honestly, I really am. I want to lurk. I'm working on it. We're trying our hardest. All right, we want Arven here. Research kind of sort of not works. We'll go with this. A little disruption. Hey, it's working. It's doing it. Look at that. Which one it's, I don't know how it's doing it, but it's doing it. Also, I don't want my opponent using Pokestop. Okay. Here's the thing. Your opponent's being very helpful here, Sniper. Is that you? Is it? Hey, I mean, if it is, that's all right. They might. I mean, I wouldn't be like, I don't want to say I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not like the biggest content creator in the world, right? Like, I'm still kind of small in comparison. My opponent concedes. What is happening? It's just Dark playing against me. Opponent taking the streamer sniping. Yeah, Dark plays Guardy. Yeah, that's not you. Yeah. Odessa pointing out the misplays by me. No. Yeah, I was like, I was so confused. I was like, wait. I thought you played Guardy. Okay, I want to test something real quick. So everyone bear with me, because Nightbot blew up and kept saying enjoy your lurk, which is great. That means it's working. So that's huge. But I don't know where it's entirely coming from is kind of the problem. I'm the biggest noob. You play Chen Pao pretty well, that's for sure. You play some good Chen Pao. I only play Chen Pao. See, hey, I mean, I don't really play a lot of many decks, so I mean that goes for something, right? All right, community. The question is, which Nightbot is giving me what I want? I don't think it's this one, and I don't think it's this one. All right, chat, bear with me. We're gonna put this in here again and see what happens. Because it definitely did work. But people think it's funny to... People think it's funny to make alternate accounts with the same name of Nightbot or like Stream Elements and things like that, which makes it really hard for us content creators because we need to know what things to be adding for it to be working. And if we don't add the right one, then we're giving manager properties to our channels to random people. I'm literally not even kidding. That's exactly what will happen. And that's exactly what does happen. So you gotta like make sure you're adding the right ones, I guess. And like it kind of turns into this weird like finicky thing. So it seems to be working now. I'm gonna add all the other ones later. I just want to make sure that I have the one only Nightbot added that I needed added, so then it'll work permanently. I can unmanager admin the ones that aren't working. Okay, got it. Got the only one. We're good to go. Boom. Everything's good. I appreciate everybody bearing with me to get it to work, to learn how it works. All right. Yes, I want to play Guardy. I want to be a Guardy player, and I'm building the deck. It's going to be my second deck. I only have Roaring Moon EX that I have a proper build of. Fair. Chen Pao's super fun. I don't know. I might have a potential like Guardy deck here. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek. Maybe I don't. We can fix it. If I were to be playing Gardevoir, and then after this I am gonna head off, but if I were to be playing Gardevoir right now, this is the list that I would be playing personally if I were to be playing Gardevoir. So let me get it, because I had it in a Google Doc. I just got to copy and paste it into into TCG Live. Doesn't Chen mean dog in France? I have no idea, but I always thought it looked like that like snow weasel thing, or like a cat maybe. I mean, it might be a dog. I always thought it was like there's like some sort of like weasel ferret type thing that lives in like snowy areas that I think Chen Pao's supposed to be based off of, to my knowledge. All right. If I were to be playing Gardevoir tomorrow, Isn't chance supposed to feel like it might be. I mean, I could just be tripping. All right, if I were to be playing Gardevoir tomorrow, this is the list I would play. Is there a way to like make this bigger? I don't even think there is. Is there? In the lore, I mean, maybe. I'm not too sure. But if I were to be playing Gardevoir tomorrow, this is the list I would play. I mean, pretty much the same thing as everything else, right? Like, one Klefki is kind of off. I'd play one Monkey Dory. I'd play a Fez, just because, like, Flip the Script is too insane in most decks to be playing. If you're literally not playing, like, Stall or, like, Iron Thorns, Flip the Script goes in almost every deck, pretty much, in my opinion. It's a cute snow kid. You can't take that mine. I won't try. I'd play 4 Iono in my Gardevoir list if I were to be playing on Gardevoir, because I know hand disruption isn't the greatest, but consistent hand disruption can still be pretty good. It can't win you a game like it used to before Pheasantipity and things like that, but it is still pretty strong regardless. And I would play Secret Box for my ace spec because this card's literally insane in Gardevoir. Everyone's playing Unfair Stamp, which Unfair Stamp was the best one before Pheasantipity came out, because then you could just draw out of it, doesn't matter. But this lets you to kind of be like a turbo Gardevoir list, which is like, okay, search deck for an item card, tool, supporter, and a stadium. So on top of that, you get your Moonlit Hill to be able to manipulate damage counters and manipulate things like that. You get your Bravery Charm or your Telling Machine Evolution, depending on what you need. On top of the fact that you get your supporter, so you get your Arven or your Iona for your disruption, or like I said, Arven to find a piece or anything like that. And then you also get an item card too, so literally pick your whatever you need at the time, you know, Ultra Ball, Earthen Vessel, Nest Ball, Counter Catcher, Night Stretcher, whatever, right? So if I were to be playing Gardevoir tomorrow, this is the list I'd play, and then just 7 Psychic and 1 like 1 Dark Energy for the Monkey Dory. That's if I was playing Gardevoir tomorrow, that's what I would play. I also just have enough credits to like build just kind of whatever I want, and the reason for that is just because like I play a lot of Pokemon. I just play tons, right? Like, I don't want to say I play tons, it makes it sound like I play all the time, but I definitely play enough Pokemon, right? I play, I don't know, at least an hour to 2 to 3 hours at least every day, or at least I try to, on top of like making YouTube content, right? Like filming stuff for different videos and playing goofy wacky decks and things like that. So that also kind of helps out a lot, doing that stuff. Plus I've bought in like tons of just cards over the period of time, and I transferred my account from Pokemon TCG Online, which for those that don't know how to work, before I head off and end the stream, the way that used to work is basically your packs were currency. So like if you scanned a code, it didn't automatically open the pack for you like it does on TCG Live. It instead stored it, and you could use those packs to search specific cards that you needed and specific rarities, specific sets, things like that, and trade the packs that that person might want for that card. So like all the packs you buy online didn't automatically force you to open them. You got to keep them. Well, over the course of time and just playing Pokemon TCG Online and buying packs and just kind of having them stored there for so long, I had a bunch of like base set Sword and Shield stuff. I had a bunch of like Darkness Ablaze and like Rebel Clash and like just like sets from like the beginning of like deregulation that I just never opened. So when I had to transfer my account from Pokemon TCGO, Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, to Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, which is this client, I just got a bunch of credits. Because it transferred all the packs and didn't let you open them. In order for you to get the cards out of those packs, you had to open them before you transferred your account. I didn't care to open those because when I was transferring my account, the sets that I had weren't standard legal anymore anyway, and I don't play expanded, so I just let them turn into credits. So basically, all those codes and all those packs turned into credits for me. So now I was able to just kind of have all this stuff. Plus, I also worked at a game store for quite some time. I worked at a card game store like Pokemon, Magic, board games, D&D, stuff like that for about 3 years. And a lot of the clientele and customers, which God bless all their hearts, would give me the code cards if they didn't want them, or just kind of like, hey, thanks for doing everything you do, stuff like that. So I would get those code cards as well, on top of the fact that I also buy product. So I ended up just kind of gathering a lot of stuff and just playing the game. But the nice thing is now that playing the game, especially after they did this update, you can get tons of stuff. Like, literally, like, these quests are super easy to do, and like it gives you a pack plus a card every time for just like joining. And every time I like the new ladder. I think it's tough because like now they don't have the like premium pass, but it makes it better for new players, I feel like, because now they don't have to buy a premium pass and feel like they're missing out on a bunch of stuff. And that, I feel like that's helpful for a lot of the newer players. But once you get, I think it's weird that it ends at 74. I think that's whack. I believe Lost to Masters make ranked casual 2.0. Yeah, I also like, this is confusing too. Like, they shrunk all the numbers. Like, everything shrunk down. And like, it only takes 40 win points to get to Arceus League. So I feel like in order to be like competitive on the ranked ladder, you literally have to be like in here. You like the new battle pass? I love the new battle pass. I think the new battle pass is great. I think it's awesome. And I'm so glad they stopped putting in like quests. At least I haven't gotten one since the new update, but I'm glad I haven't gotten one where it's like, play one Dusknoir, and I'm like, oh, you want me to play the most broken card in the format? You got it. Like, I don't even think that was a good for the game overall. Oh yeah, hands down. And like, it's because like now you don't peer pressure or like pressure anybody into like buying a premium pass, which I feel like is really huge. And you don't force anyone to go up here to these credits and feel like they have to like buy them, right? Like, I don't know, like, it's like, oh, I don't have to go buy all these like credits online or whatever. Like, I feel like it's just super helpful for that. You didn't like the random card quest? I don't mind the random card quest. It's kind of more of like, I just didn't like when it's like, play a Dusknoir, and I'm like, I don't like the card. I don't want to play that card. I played Stall and Thorns and Lugia and Arceus Armor Rouge and Pidgeot Control. I played control decks most of the time as of lately. So it's kind of hard, like, sometimes when it's like, I get a quest and it's like, deal 100 damage in a single hit, I have to play a different thing. So it's kind of tough for that. You play local leagues? I do play local leagues. I have a local game store. It's about like 5 minutes for me that I play at once a week. Then I have a couple other ones that are like a 30-40 minute drive. And I attend those semi-regularly. And then I also attend regionals sometimes. I went to Indianapolis last year where Andrew Hedrick won with Dialga. And then I just went recently to Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm also planning on going to NAIC. I was going to try to go to Toronto, but I don't have my passport, which will happen. I will get my passport eventually. I was going to go to Toronto, but that didn't quite work out. So making people save 600 for the pass was just a senseless design choice. Yeah, like, exactly. Like, I agree. I really do. I hate to say it, but Control got me into Arc League 6 times. Yeah, like, it's like, if you can put in the time with Stall or Control, you could just cook. Like, we went 4-1 today with Stall. Game 1 was against Dragapult with Dusknoir, which is a pretty difficult matchup, and we won by trapping their Radiant Alakazam and penny looping them after they kept using the Mind Ruler attack from Radiant Alakazam, and then was like, oh, I know you have Lumineon because I saw it in your deck, and you've drawn most of your deck. Erika's Invitation, pull it up. That's how I got to Arceus League. I've gotten to Arceus League, I think, like 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 1. I can't keep track. I don't remember. But I remember I got there by literally playing control decks, playing Pidgeot Control, playing Snorlax Stall, playing Iron Thorns, and I'm just like, well, they work. They work. I played Iron Thorns to Louisville, and I think I went 4-2-1. So control decks are good. that everybody just hates him. And I also run into this problem too, that sometimes when I play Stall, people are not so nice, and when I'm in an online tournament, they'll make not great comments, and it's entertaining because I love Stall and I think it's fun. But I also understand that it's not fun to play against, and it's like, Worst matchup are legit Lugia and Thorns for BlockLax. Yeah, Thorns is like really difficult because you can't draw cards. Lugia is not too bad. So my current Stall list is pretty like okay into Lugia. I think it's pinned below because the description should be below me. I think, I don't know, first live stream, so we're kind of figuring it out, but it should be below. But I just play 4 Temple. Like I don't want to lose the Lugia, so I just win by playing 4 Temple and then just being like, figure it out, deal with it. And sometimes they still win, it doesn't matter. But like if you can go like Temple plus like jam your accompanying flutes really early and fill their bench with like Pheasantipity and like Iron Hands, then you're okay. Because then you can just be like, oh, force you to put Legacy Energy on your hands, Giacomo it off, and then be like, still have Temple. So like I've done pretty good into Lugia. Thorns has been pretty tough. Roaring Moon, any deck that plays Petron, you just get cooked. You just lose. You just do. Isn't Guardy partly control and disruption until you set up attackers? I mean, I think so. It's kind of like a tempo, almost in a way. Like, it's a lot of like, you're trying to set up, but you're kind of like drawing all these crazy cards. So it feels like a tempo deck almost. Because it's like, you have to kind of stall and get there. And then when you do, boom, you're attacking it. You're taking prize cards. So yeah, I just started locals this year with Thorns when Twilight Masquerade dropped, and it cooked until more abilityless decks became meta. Yeah, right. And like, it's not bad. Lost Tina was my deck of choice for so long. That was the deck that I was like, this deck, and that was a deck I wanted to play for like an eternity. With like Path of the Peak and Roxanne, I think I earned like 250-ish championship points just strictly off of playing Lost Tina. I was throwing up and down Thorns before it took off on Honolulu, that brief window. I also did, so much so that I played in an online tournament with like 80 people, took first with Thorns that was only 2 cards off of the winning worlds list, and I was like, I'm cooking with Thorns before other people are. And then that, and like, I'm not saying that I was like a big creator of Thorns being important. I made a Twitter post and I was like, woo, I won my first online tournament playing Thorns. But like, I mean, it definitely was like, it felt good to know that I was playing a deck that was good before it was big. And that felt good. Like, that felt good to me, being like, I won all, and like, I beat decks that I shouldn't have beat. Like, I beat Raging Bolt in the finals of that tournament, and you're not supposed to win that matchup. Like, that matchup's really, really hard. Like, and I played 2 at Louisville and won 1. So like, I'll take it. You know, like, that matchup's tough. So it's crazy. But I had to head off. I want to thank everybody for jumping in and supporting the first stream of many to come. There'll be many more of these, hopefully. I'm going to try to do like 1 to 2 a week, just for like maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3, see where we're at. Now that I got a lot of stuff set up, I want to try to make it so chat will appear like below my box, kind of in here somewhere, like right in here. I want to try to get that set up in a text box of like my record as well. And get rest of the Nightbot stuff set up now that we got that figured out, which I appreciate everybody being here for that, and watching me struggle to get through that, especially because you actually have to be live in order to set up Nightbot, which is like ridiculous, but sure. So that's the plan there. But this is going to be the more kind of going in the future. We're going to stream just whether playing the ranked ladder or just playing in online tournaments or something. I want to get more into that and really try to like, I don't know, be able to interact with you guys. I don't get to interact with you guys as much unless it's like through comments. So it's live streaming is the next best thing to do that. So unless I bump into people at regionals or something. But other than that, it's live streaming. So I'm definitely excited. It feels good to be behind the camera kind of live again, being somebody who streamed like World of Warcraft content and other like Pokemon hardcore nuzlocking stuff, you know, 4 years ago. Like I used to stream that stuff, so it's good to be behind the camera again and kind of just up and at it. So that feels pretty good. But alright guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.